Well, it's Thursday, everybody, and you know what that means. It is Week 9 picks for Dependent Fanatic. Starting with noon games on Saturday, Florida State is at Wake Forest. I have 9 games for you this week. I don't feel very confident about any of these, but I'm going to bet them all. Screw it. I'm betting them all. So 9 games, all bets. Last week against the spread on my bets, I was 7 of 4, or 7 and 4, excuse me, and 11 and 4 straight up picking the games. So let's see if it's been a good year except for that first week. So let's keep this ball rolling. Florida State at Wake Forest. Florida State is favored by 20.5 points. These lines were from Wednesday night. Florida State, I think, wins this game, no problem scoring, 42-17. So give me Florida State to cover. I know it's on the road, but it's a noon game. Jordan Travis and them guys should be able to put up some points. Bet the game. Anyway, I'm not telling you to. You do whatever you want. Gamble responsibly. Oklahoma at noon as well at Kansas. Oklahoma is favored by 10 points. Dylan Gabriel versus Jalen Daniels. I think there's too many Daniels. Good quarterbacks, but Kansas is a good team, and that's why Oklahoma's only favored by 10 here. But I think they win this game on the road, 35-20. Venables will be able to slow them down, and they will pull away in the fourth quarter. Let's bet that game as well. Indiana is at Penn State, and Penn State is favored by 32 points. I think Penn State, I went back and forth from will they score 38, will they score 35, coming off that 12-point performance at Ohio State last week, and Aller was kind of exposed there. How much is that offense going to score? I'm going to go with 45 points, and that defense is not going to allow more than 10 points to Indiana. 45-10, Penn State wins. That means give me Penn State minus 32. And we'll bet that one as well. Now, at 3:30, Georgia is at Florida, and Florida is favored by 14.5 points. That hook is kind of just baiting you to take Florida, isn't it? But I'm gonna take the bait. I think Georgia is gonna miss Brock Bowers. They have Oscar Delp and some others there at tight end, but he was arguably the best player in the nation, and now they do not have him this week at Florida in the world's largest cocktail party. I think they score 27 points, which is enough to win the game. And then defensively, what do? What is Florida going to be able to do versus Georgia's defense? I think they can they're one of the better teams that Georgia has played. I think they can get 17 points. So a 10-point game. Georgia wins 27-17, and I will take Florida and 14.5 points. That is at 3:30. Another 3:30 game is Pittsburgh at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is favored by 20.5 points, and I think they win 21-20. Pitt is coming off a win versus Louisville, who beat Notre Dame. So this is kind of an interesting transactional or transferative property game here. I think transferative property does not win, and Notre Dame does by 21 points. So, but that's really close to a 20 and a half spread. F it. I'm betting Notre Dame to cover that spread. And at 3:30 as well, the biggest game of the weekend, Oregon is at Utah. Utah, it has been confirmed that Cam Rising is done for the season. Medical red shirt is what he is going for or got. And that, Bryson Barnes, I believe it is, has gotten them to a 6-1 team. Kyle Whittingham, that defense is amazing. Bo Nix is one of my top 4 Heisman candidates. And Oregon can move the ball against every team so far that they have played. And Oregon's only favored by 6.5. It's like they're begging you to pick Oregon to cover. I'm going to pick them to win at Utah. I don't know why, but I'm going to take 6.5 points for Utah. I think Oregon wins 31-27, and that's a 4-point game. So give me Utah and 6.5 points there. At 7 o'clock, Washington is at Stanford, and Washington is favored by 26.5 points. Everyone is beating Stanford by a lot, and I think Washington will too. 45-10 is what I had. Don't let that game last week from Washington, 15-point offensive performance, skew your opinion on Washington. They're a really good team, and Stanford is not a really good team. It is at night, and it is at Stanford. So I am concerned about it. But give me Washington minus 26.5. And that's what I said. All these games I do not feel comfortable with, including this next one, Tennessee at Kentucky. Kentucky has some good wins. Tennessee has some good wins. Both are 5-2 teams, I believe. This game is at Kentucky. Tennessee is favored by 4. I think Kentucky wins this game, 24-23. But I'm going to take the 4 points in case it is a field goal game that Tennessee wins. I could still win that bet. So give me Kentucky and 4 points. At 7:30, the last game, the 9th game that I'm going to pick here for all of you, is Ohio State at Wisconsin. Now, Ohio State, it's a night game. It's on the road versus Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a 5-2 team, I believe. Still, yeah, they are. And Ohio State 7-0. Marvin Harrison broke out last week against Penn State's defense. So will he be able to do that versus Wisconsin? I don't know. Funny things happen in Camp Randall. I think Ohio State wins this game, but not by the 14.5 point spread that we have. I think they went 31-20. How much can they score against this Wisconsin defense on the road at night will be interesting to see. And what will the defense give up? You know, Wisconsin, I think, will be able to move the ball, and I think they could get a turnover here at Camp Randall to swing the tide to where it's a game in the fourth quarter, and Ohio State might give up get a field goal late to go up 2 scores. So there you have it, my picks this week. I have Florida State covering. I have Oklahoma covering. Penn State covering. I have Florida plus 14.5. I have Notre Dame covering. I have Utah plus 6.5 points. I have Washington covering, and I have Kentucky minus 4 points, and Ohio State will not cover. I have Wisconsin 14.5 points. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And if any news eventually breaks with this Michigan stuff, if there's any punishment handed down, hardcore evidence, we have this happened, they did break the rules, litigation has been decided, I'll come on here and talk about it. But for right now, I'm just waiting for the wheels to stop. The wheels are spinning right now. The investigation is still ongoing. Harbaugh still cannot speak about it. No one at Michigan can speak about it. There's this new thing now with Matt Weiss. Is it the same involvement? FBI is involved now with that, so I don't know. It seems pretty serious to me, but until proven guilty, you're innocent, and we still have this season. And what is the Big Ten going to do? Another thing, they have to have proof, right? Evidential proof. Anyway, Michigan has a bye week, so that's all I'm going to hear for the next until it's resolved is this sign stealing thing. I don't even know how to describe it. It's nuts. Michigan didn't even need to do it. But anyway, have a great night, everybody, and enjoy the Saturday coming up.